Okay, basically, this is a little tidbit on alkanols, straight to the point, as Mozilla usually does it. Specifically, foundation, basically things that you must know when it comes to alkanols. Now, first off, we'll just start by sharing some properties, some uses, and identification of alkanols. So basically, we have to know what are alkanols, we have to know some properties of alkanols, and we have to know some use of alkanols, and then we need to share the types of alkanols. So very quickly, um, when we talk about alkanols, for you to easily know or identify alkanols, they have the hydroxy group. You have gone through the previous video that I made on identification of organic compounds, so they possess the hydroxyl group. Now, these alkanols therefore have a general formula of ROOH. Now, when we say arrow there, of course, we should know that the arrow stands for alkyl. So I can basically represent alkanols to be CnH2n plus 1 OH. Now, these and these are the same because this is the general formula of alkyl, which is gotten from alkane, so to say. Now, quickly, there are different types of alkanols. Of course, we have those alkanols that are having one hydroxy group, which is regarded as monohydric. We can have those that are having two hydroxy group, which is known as dihydric, and they call them the glycols. So you have to be very careful that those ones that have two hydroxy group are regarded as dihydric alkanols. Either you call them dihydric alkanols, or you call them what, or you call them glycols. So if I come across a particular alkanols that says maybe for instance ethylene glycol is what type of alkanol, therefore we should know that it's a dihydric alkanol. That means it's having a two hydroxyl group. Now, the presence of that hydroxyl group in alkanols makes it to be soluble when compared to its alkane member. That means alkanols are soluble in water because the hydroxyl groups help in the formation of hydrogen bond. Now remember that hydrogen bonds affect two things: boiling point and of course solubility of a compound. That means to say that alkanols are soluble and they have high boiling point when compared to the alkanes family because of the hydroxyl group. Now, remember we said that those ones that have one hydroxyl group are known as monohydric alkanols. Those that have two hydroxyl group are called dihydric. We have trihydric, and those ones that have more than that are regarded as what? Polyhydric alkanols. Now, if this is the general formula of alkanols, very quickly, now we have monohydric alkanols. Now there are different types of monohydric alkanols. We have those that have something like this, so easy identification. Now we have, if I have something like this, I want to use the general formula structurally, and we have H and we have arrow, and you can see that this one is having one OH. That means it's a monohydric alkanols, but there's something that two hydrogen is attached to the carbon that carries the OH, or you can say that one alkyl is attached to the carbon that carries the OH. Now this type of alkanols is what we call primary alkanols. So this type of alkanols is known as primary alkanols. So represented, I can say primary alkanols. Now, but if I have a general formula that conforms to this, we are having something like this. We have OH, we have H, and we have arrow, we have arrow. Now the alkyl groups might be the same or different, it doesn't really matter. Now if we have one hydrogen attached to the carbon that carries the OH, or we have two alkyls attached to the carbon that carries the OH, it simply means that this alkanols is what? A secondary alkanol. So we have the secondary alkanols. That means secondary alkanols. Now we also have a third type of monohydric alkanols, and that one is what? Is COH. Then we have arrow, then we have arrow, then we have arrow. Now you can identify very fast that this particular alkanol do not have a free hydrogen attached to the carbon that carries the OH. It does not have a free hydrogen, so it has three alkyl. But remember, the alkyls might be different or it might be the same. It doesn't really matter. Now This type of alkanol is what is regarded as what? As a tertiary alkanols. So we have the tertiary alkanols. Now, these alkanols have different properties that we are going to be sharing either in this video or previous or the next video. Now, but just identify how to identify alkanols, some properties of alkanols. Alkanols, first of all, alkanols are polar, one property. Alkanols undergo dehydration to form alkenes. So if I remove water molecule from alkanols, it form what? An alkene. Of course, alkanol are good solvents. Alkanols are commonly used as preservative. Now you should pay attention to this particular point. Alkanols are good preservative, except one alkanol, which is methanol. Now be very careful. Methanol, which has a formula of CH3OH, is not used as a preservative in the sense that it is what? It is poisonous, so you can't use it as a preservative. So other alkanols can be used. For example, ethanol, which is known as the grain alcohol, can be used as preservative, but methanol can not be used as a preservative because it's poisonous. Now, it's a fundamental question they do ask in basic exam like jam and of course WAEC examination. Now these are little points that you must know about alkanols. Now in our next video we'll be checking the properties of primary alkanols, taking some examples, but just know how to identify the primary alkanols, the secondary alkanols, and of the tertiary alkanols, and know the properties of alkanols. Now there are more of these videos in my page on TikTok and on YouTube. Do well to subscribe, do well to follow. Now there are more videos. Of course, if you want me to trash a particular topic with you just a few times, of course you can send me a message. So Musjaro is out.